tradition in the Sons of the Desert to toast the mentors who mean a lot to the Sons, being Stan and Ollie and all the rest of the people that worked at the Polaroid Studios. And we're going to start the toasts tonight. Alan Barber, past president, is going to do the toast to one of our founders, Al Kilgore. Just for you, Alan.
Wonderful. Either that or my hearing is going. Well, there have been a lot of banquets. And Al Kilgore, and I remember...
The mic is off.
Oh, all right. I just need a little coaching here. A lot of banquets have come and gone, and Al and I remember the days when we used to be over at the Lambs Club and have to spend hours trying to satisfy everyone's request to sit at Al's table. We had to finally say no, and we sent everyone out, and we managed to survive through those years. And I like to think that he's still doing that here, confusing tables, sending people where he wants, drinking a lot of beer and having a hell of a lot of fun.
Here, here. The toast to Mate Bush and Charlie Hall, Kevin Butler.
Thank God this mic's working.
It works.
Okay, all it, take these off so at least it won't look bad on the flash. The two people who gave us a greater bit of moonshine than the recipe when they did them Nar Hills, and believe me, it's still good old not more. Water, excuse me, to me and Charlie, they'll still be forever popular.
Toast to Jimmy Finlayson, or Finn as we know him, Al Rippenberg of the Night Owls tent of the Connecticut Valley. Yes.
This is for Finn. Last year, I kind of froze up and I made it very short. So I brought 3 cohorts with me this time. So in case I fall down on what we have to say, this is for Finn. Will the guys from the Silver Slipper Bar please come up, please? The 3 of you. Is this true?
Yes.
Get out here. I got the keys to the car, remember?
Remember, you saw it here first.
Now keep this in the spirit that we were thinking. This is the Finn, but it may not be that way. Really. Alrighty, you leading one? I got notes, me-me's, and I got do-re-me's. Alright. So this one's for Finn. 1, 2. We are the New England Owls, having great from by the house. We came down here to spread some cheer and say hello to the Suns. God bless them. Stand and Ollie make us happy, attesting to this melody. So we'll keep our faith and we'll do this silly dance. Follow the sign I'll bring you.
Thank you, guys. We're not finished yet. Where are you going? The toast to Babe, Charles Brown.
Well, good evening. I trust everybody is enjoying their steak a la Oliver. But we have bad news from the kitchen. They lost the sauce. And if there's anybody out there who's wondering what to do with their empty beer bottles and garbage, just take it to General Roth.
Ooh.
You are the General, aren't you?
Yeah, General Nuisance.
Right? We are here to toast Oliver Hardy and once every year we have a big banquet for a man who loved to eat himself. But even if Oliver Hardy wasn't overweight, he'd still be a big man in our eyes. Too bad.
Okay, the toast to Stan, Frank Melfo.
Stan Laurel, one of the most talented people I think we've ever seen, either on stage or in films. And we've been very fortunate to be part of that whole existence. And the forming of the Sons of the Desert was with his blessing to Stan.
To Stan. And now that I've got a captive audience up front here, don't go away, because we're going to correct the song that they mangled a few minutes ago. Mr. Music, hit it. And now, you may be seated. And now, I'd like to introduce the grand host of the Sons of the Desert, Mr. Ty Morrow. Where are you, Ty? Could I have a blue light? This is... The last time I said it, they didn't give it to me, and I had a good laugh out of it. Did you notice, ladies and gentlemen, that our illustrious president, Jack Roth, took my spot? Well, I was, as grand host, I was to introduce a few people and to officially welcome, I can't see, and to officially welcome you. Thank you. And officially welcome you to the annual banquet. I should have said that at the beginning of the show, the program, but as I say, he took my spot. I think Jack is a little flustered tonight, but that's understandable. It's practically unbelievable to me that we've lasted so long. This is either the 33rd or the 34th annual banquet. Actually, we started back in 1965. And there's been a couple of... During we had the annual convention, we had a convention that took place at the banquet, so we didn't have one that year. I was honored to become president of Sons of the Desert back in 1969, and that's 30 years ago. And I can't believe that it's been that long. Because I'm still the same. I met a couple of people here tonight that were little boys when I was president, and now they're men. But, as they say, time flies when you're having fun. And it has been an awful lot of fun. We hope it'll continue for many, many more years to come. Part of my duties tonight were to introduce a few people, but Jack took my spot.
introduce the lady who was indisposed when he did introduce her. Ethel Knight, Mrs. Felix Knight. Please stand up. She's a sweetheart. But the Songs of the Desert, of course, is a tradition. And it's all based on the love and the warmth, the admiration, the affection that we have for these two men, Stan Laurel and Laurel Hardy. And I don't know what we would have done without them. If they had never existed, we may be attending a festival for Toby Wayne. But, well, she was funny, too. I'd like to cut this right now because everybody else has been introduced. And I would like to introduce the entertainment evening, a portion of the evening. I think you're going to hear something a little bit different. This is based on the Broadway and the movie, Broadway show and the movie, This Is the Army. It really doesn't have too much to do with the Laurel Hardy film Great Guns, even though it's called Great Guns, conceived by one of our past presidents, Ray Fiola. He also directed it. It has music by Irving Berlin. And it's a little different. I hope you'll enjoy it. I think I will. Thank you.
To what the buglers command.
Mr. Jefferson, a nation united as never before against the forces of evil who were carving up Europe and stomping over the Pacific. Boot camp was the first stopping place for the boys, the inductees, the volunteers, the selectees. Here is where soldiers where men were made into soldiers. It was a rough job. Sometimes the only solace came in the form of letters from home.
Hayes. Manson. Why, he's in the firm. You remember he had the fish? Oh. The little woman. Hey guys, I'm a daddy, I'm a grandpa. Congratulations, that's wonderful. Look at the guy. Gee, you think it was exactly a year ago that I had my three big bastards walk you into his room. Well, beautiful mom. You haven't seen your wife in 12 months? Oh, no, we have to maybe that play Tuesday. Oh, gee, nature wasn't fulfilled. Hey, Stevie, where'd you get a letter from? Oh, my mother. She's a little worried. She's afraid I may have some allergic reactions while I'm here in the Army.
What kind of allergic reactions?
All surrounding fauna and flora. Who the hell are fauna and flora? The only dames around here are at the USO. She's afraid I might even have allergic reactions to some of my comrades. He's talking about us. Why, you little shrimp. Oh, it's nothing personal about it, fellas. And no need for insults. Besides, I'm no shrimp. At least not since I joined the Army. In fact, I'm going to write to Mom and tell her just how good this Army life has been for me.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to tell her?
The Army's made a man out of me. A man out of me. A man out of me. My mother and my father agree. The Army has made me a man. I used to sleep with brother, but now I sleep alone. I used to be a tenor, but now I'm a baritone. My girl said when she sat on my knee, the Army has made me a man. To look at me, you wouldn't think that I was once a skinny kid. The doctors thought I would never last. And I was always taking pills. I thought I had so many ills, but that's all a thing of the past. The Army's made a man out of me. A man out of me. A man out of me. My mother and my father agree. The Army has made me a man. My mind was all confusion, but now my mind is clear. My face was like a baby's, but now I can raise a beard, and I can scream a strong property. The Army, we can make the show. The Army, that he can sleep alone. The Army, and he's a baritone. The Army, the Army, the Army, the Army, the Army has made me a man.
Yes, the Army made men out of all of them. Made them ready to fight, ready to win, ready to sail across the drink and pay a visit to that funny little man with a mustache. But the Army had its visitors as well. Don't forget, war is an act of Congress. And every now and then, Congress made a point of showing itself. Just to give a reminder to the boys, and more importantly, to the voters back home, that their representatives were just as much in this war as they were, as were the dog-faced soldiers.
All right. Don't you know the Sarah's landed? Where the hell is everybody?
Excuse me, sir. May I be of assistance?
You bet your life you can. I was expecting Sergeant Anderson, but I guess you'll do. My name is Phineas T. Bluster, and I'm from the Appropriations Committee. I'm here to make an inspection of this one-horse operation.
Oh, I see. Making sure that the public's money is being well spent.
Yeah, well, it's being spent, all right. I'm spending enough of that. I'm here to make sure that my contributors are getting their money's worth and they're getting orders from this pins, which reminds me of my other constituent, the Rapid City Breakaway Bowling Pin Manufacturer. I trust that you put in your requisites of buying those things, huh?
Senator, you'll forgive me, but it sounds to me like you're using the power of your office for some mighty frivolous and possibly larcenous activities.
What? Larcenous? Phineas T. Buster, larcenous? Don't forget, son, I'm a politician. I'm honest as the day is long. Daylight savings time excluded, of course. Anyway, how would you like to, if I march back to my committee and told them not to send you any more shovels, or stop with those bugles that you guys need, or worse yet, we hold up all those importations of the potatoes that you fellers like so much, or worse, how would you like it if we told them not to send you on all those trips to Okinawa and Iwo Jima? How would you like that?
I can't speak for 2,100 men, Senator, but you'd certainly get my vote come re-election time.
Oh, the old so still works. Well, anyway, I saw my duty and done it here. Now, where's your commanding officer? I have to talk to him about taking orders for unrust made by the people over there in Sioux Falls. Unrust takes off all the rust off the old razor blades, so you guys can use them over again, and we don't have to waste our money sending in new ones.
Well, if you're looking for the commanding officer, he's from its near inspection time. He's probably in the USO if he can't post this station.
Hostess? Twinkies? What they got Wonder Bread? What's he inspecting over there?
Oh, just the lay of the land.
What's her name? I mean, never mind. Well, why don't I go over there and see if I can be some help to him, huh?
Well, Senator, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, I wish I could say the same thing, son, but we politicians have to be impartial in all these controversial matters. I don't think it has been on a slice of heaven, because it hasn't. Well, see you all in duty, little kiddies. That'll be duty time. I like that song.
Folks back home are doing all they could to help our boys win the war. Wives and mothers skipped on butter and went to work in airplane factories. Those who lived near the camps operated canteens, where soldiers on leave could get a square meal, have a dance, and spend an evening across the table from a pair of lovely eyes. In New York, the members of Actors Equity and the American Theater Wing operated the Stage Door Canteen, and star and spear carrier alike took part. Ralph Bellamy washed dishes. Bert Lahr waited tables. DeLuca Bankill carried the cigarette tray. And pretty young Marines were on hand to make sure that our boys remembered what they were really fighting for. But rules were rules, and the hostess was never permitted to fraternize with a soldier after hours. Many a GI walked out of the Stage Door Canteen, leaving part of it behind. Oh, Mr. Absent-Minded, that's me. Just as forgetful as I can be. I've got the strangest sort of a mind. I'm always leaving something behind. I left my heart at the Stage Door Canteen. I left it there with a girl named Eileen. I sat there dunking donuts till she had her gone. I kept her serving donuts till she caught on. I must go back to the army routine. And every doughboy knows what that will mean. The soldier boy without a heart has 2 stripes on him from the start. And my heart's at the Stage Door Canteen. wasn't even sure he really wanted to be there at all. He was Private Sad Sack.
I've been a soldier quite a while, and I would like to state the life is simply wonderful. The Army boys great. I sleep with 97 others in a wooden hut. I love them all. They all love me. It's very lovely. Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning. Oh, how I love to remain in bed. Oh, the hardest role is to hear buglers call. You gotta get up, you gotta get up, you gotta get up this morning. Someday I'm going to learn the bugler. Someday they're going to find him dead. I'll amputate his reveille and stop the pilot heavily. Spend the rest of my life in bed. Someday I'm going to murder the bugler. Someday they're going to find him dead. And then I'll get that other pup, the guy who wakes the bugler up, and spend the rest of my life in bed.
Lift up that chin. Now the other one. Well, Private, I'd say you were about the sorriest excuse for a soldier that's ever come my way. Wouldn't you say so?
Yes, sir.
I'd say there was quite a bit room for improvement about the way you fill out that uniform. Don't you think so, Private Sad Sack?
Yes, sir, if you say so. You want I should be eating more of the mess coal?
No, Private, that's not exactly what I had in mind. I'm speaking of your demeanor.
My what?
Your presentation, your demeanor. Now look at me. Now you get what I mean?
Well, not exactly. But if you're talking about what the guy was saying, I want to let you know I remain absolutely neutral in that debate.
In what debate?
That I am a guy in this platoon than you, Sergeant. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is that you are just about the stupidest, the laziest, the droopiest, the most ill-suited soldier that ever came across my way.
Oh, no, I'm not.
No, you're not. What?
I'm not ill. You're perfectly fine, thank you. And you wouldn't say all those nasty things to me if you weren't here.
Well, I am here. And I'm going to keep on saying them until I decide they don't suit you any longer.
You're not here at all. And you leave my suit out of this.
Oh, yes, I am too
Oh,
here.
no, you're not.
Oh, yes, I
Oh,
am.
no, you're not. You're not to prove it.
Prove what?
Hey, you're not here.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of.
Oh, yeah? All right. Hey, listen, please. You're not in Des Moines, are you?
Well, of course I'm not in Des Moines.
And you're not in Saskatchewan, which Saskatchewan, are you?
Where?
Saskatchewan, watch, which one?
No, I'm not in any of those places.
And you're not in West Virginia, are you?
No, I'm not in West Virginia.
So, if you're not in Des Moines, and you're not in Saskatchewan, what you doing, and you're not in West Virginia, you must be someplace else, right?
Right?
And if you're someplace else, you can't be here, can ya?
That's very clever.
Hey, what's the big idea? You had no call to do that.
To do what?
You kicked me.
I did nothing of the kind.
You certainly did.
Wait a minute. Didn't you just tell me that I wasn't in Des Moines?
Yeah.
And didn't you just tell me that I wasn't in Saskatchewan?
Where?
Oh, excuse me. Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
And didn't you just tell me that I wasn't in West Virginia?
Yeah, that's right.
If I'm not in Des Moines and I'm not in Saskatchewan, one and I'm not in West Virginia, then I must be someplace else, right?
Yo, you bitches to my food, that's right.
Well, if I'm someplace else, I can't be here. And if I'm not here, I couldn't have kicked you. Now, could I?
Well, Sergeant.
Could I?
Sergeant.
Could I?
This is the Army, Mr. Jones. No private rooms or telephones.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. I've been keeping a list here. What about the Navy? The Army this, the Army that. That's all we've heard from where we sat. What about a cheer for the Navy? The Army's great, the Army's tough. Don't you think we've heard enough? How about a cheer for the Navy? We know that Mr. Simpson is solid as the rock, but how about a working for Secretary Knox? The Army may be true, but Walter Winchell won't approve unless you have a cheer for the Navy. Hip, hip, hooray. We haven't got long to stay. So how about one bouquet for the Navy? One word of praise. Let it flow from your lips. One cheer and then we'll go back to our ships. Hip, hip, hooray. The Army has had its say. You're letting them get away with the grave. Just let them know that an Army show would never be a hit without the Navy.
One of the biggest boosts the boys got was when members of the Broadway and Hollywood community would come to entertain the troops, overseas and in the training camps. Bob Hope, Francis Langford, Bing Crosby, Betty Hutton, Jerry Colonna, Al Jolson. But on this day, let's give a great hand-lifting welcome to the stars of that new hit movie, Great Guns, Darryl Bennett, personal reconnaissance team, Stan Laurel and Laurel Hardy.
Hello, boys. I'm Mr. Hardy, and this is my good friend, Mr. Laurel. How'd you do? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? How's the family? Well, the family is pretty quiet. Well, boys, words cannot express the feeling I have. Hey, I'm making a speech. Words cannot express my feeling. Words cannot express. Hey! Obviously, this is very important. What's on your mind? You're standing on me foot. Why don't you do something to help me? Why don't you say hello with your hat off? Hello with your hat off? Oh. Boys, I want you to pardon our appearance. We were over at the, we were doing our bid for Uncle Sam. That's right. We were working over at the magnesium plant. Loose lips sink ships. You can't tell them we were at the magnesium plant. You just said it. I meant the milk of magnesium plant. Chocolate. Yes. Well, we have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is John Barrymore will not be appearing tonight. That's right. Ollie and I were the best they can do in such short notice. But the good news is I shall be doing Shakespeare. Say, what do you know of Shakespeare? Why, Stanley, I have performed the bard from hither and yon. That's right. Ollie has been bard from more theaters hither and yon. I shall give them Hamlet. Hamlet? Hamlet.
to be or not to be means? I don't. Well, there's to be, and then there's not to be. It's like this. This is to be, then it's not to be. Simple. Do that again. To be and not to be. You better try something else. Why don't you do Sherlock? You mean Shylock. Oh, I know. I got it. Why don't you do Richard the I. Richard the I. I'll do Richard the Third instead. A horse. My kingdom for a horse. A horse. My kingdom. What are you looking for? I'm looking for a horse. No. Stanley, at times you're most trying. Well, you can't blame a man for trying. How long can a man live without a brain? I don't know. How old are you? 39. Stanley, you're next thing to an imbecile. Well, I'll move over. Say good night, but with your hat off. Good night, but with your hat off. Oh, V for victory. Goodbye. Bye.
And so it was time. Training was over. No more steaks at the PX. It was going to be chip beef, hardtack, and Spam from now on. We gave the boys all the reasons, all the reminders why they were going over to fight. And as they tramped through barren ground and tortured cities, they'd remember that back home was a land where freedom had been preserved for 150 years. 60 years ago, Irving Berlin gave us a song while dictators were marching through Europe. A song that helps us remember what we have to fight for, protect, and preserve. While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. I'd just like to take a quick moment